and Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan.
Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan. Jason Hanrahan. Got a cup of tea, mate?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Milk and sugar.
Hello and welcome to
Tony's Bonsai.
And today I've come on a bit of a road trip to visit Tony, and I'm sure all of you have seen Tony's videos before. He's well known for some of his crazy bonsai experiments, and if you haven't seen his videos you really ought to check out Tony's Bonsai. And Tony's agreed to help collaborate with an important project which I'm working on, which you'll see more of in coming months as I work on that. But whilst I'm here, I couldn't come visit Tony without bringing some gifts and some presents. So first of all, I've got in my book collection a number of books, and this is a duplicate of a book which I already have, and I think it's an older edition of a book by Peter Adam. I've also brought this for you, which is a shameless plug for my own book.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I don't know how much of a reader you are, but it's a nice, easy read.
I'm not a massive reader, but I do love haiku, and I love the haiku that I read on your videos.
It's all very easy reading, so hopefully you can find that.
This is nice. I'll definitely really enjoy this bonsai, but particularly this one, I really enjoyed to read that. Thank you.
And also, I did some recent videos on how to ramify your trees and how to develop the nabari on those, and I really swear by these baskets because they've got lots of aeration, but as well as pond baskets, they're also quite wider, which means you help develop more of a radial spread.
Right.
So I thought you might be able to make use of those.
Yeah, well, I've never used anything like this, so I'll be interested to experiment and see how these get on. Thank you.
And also, I know we have a slightly different style and interest in pots, and I've managed to grab this fairly inexpensively from the garden centre, but it's a lot bigger than most of the pots that I've got, but I thought you might want to find something to pop into that.
That's fantastic, thank you, really appreciate that. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, obviously, bonsai is about pots and also about trees, so I've also brought a tree for you.
You brought me a tree, flipping heck, how much stuff have you brought me? What is this?
And there you go.
Wow.
And I'll wish you to open that up.
Let me see what you've brought me here. Wow. What is that? Bachelor Armani white chocolate.
Tree.
Oh, how interesting, thank you.
I've got something very similar.
Birch, bachelor is a birch.
Yeah, or in this case a chocolate.
And it's like a chocolate coloured birch.
Yeah.
How beautiful.
And I've got a tree, same sort of tree, but I've got a multiple trunk one, And I was trying to find one in the garden centre for you that had that same sort of multiple trunk, but this is what we got.
Well, I really look forward to working on that. Now, before we film this video, we've just been and had a look around my garden, and I was walking around, weighing the trees up, kind of trying to find out which tree I think Jason would appreciate. So I want to return the favour and present you with one of my trees.
Right, let's see.
So as we went around the garden, I was asking him which one he really sort of appreciated, and he said he liked this one, which is a silver birch. It's got the lovely white bark on it. It's got some quite nice development, and I think there's something for you to have a go at there. So I'd like you to have that.
That's a beautiful tree, Tony. Thank you very much. So you may have noticed a couple of weeks back I was sent a mini chainsaw by the lovely people at Seika, and when I've come to visit Tony's got a number of trees where we can make use of this to do some trunk chops. So we're going to have a look at that now.
What we've got here is a berberis. I collected this in the autumn. The leaves have died off. I don't know whether it's alive or not, but to give it a chance, I need to cut these branches off and see if it sprouts new growth. So I'm going to have a go with this, see how easy it is. Oh, now you're talking. And here's the thick one now. This is the thickest. See if it goes through this easy. Yeah, it's what you would expect with a chainsaw. It's actually a lot better with the thicker trunks rather than the thinner ones, but that's an absolute beauty.
Tony's got this large Japanese maple Atropurpureum which needs some work doing on it, and what we need to do is take off this air layer here, also chop this branch here, and did you say here, Tony?
Yeah, about there.
So we're going to make use of the chainsaw. And where would you like this one?
Yeah, about there.
About there. And just in here.
Yeah, just about there.
So that made a quick job of cutting through those.
It's a good little tool, isn't it?
It's cool, yeah.
For thicker stuff, particularly.
Yeah, well, the problem I've got is that all my trees are all small trees, so I don't really have anything to work on it with. But certainly there's plenty of stuff here in your bonsai garden, Tony.
Yeah.
So I've spent a fantastic day with Tony over in Preston. He's shown me some amazing trees in his garden, and if you think you've seen the trees in his videos, you haven't seen anything. There are hundreds of trees there, and there are some fantastic pieces that I'm sure he will be working on in future videos. Whilst I was there, we did a number of things, and we filmed some stuff, and he showed me around his garden, and also he took me to visit his parents' house where I met his dad, who's absolutely lovely. They showed me there some 30-year-old bonsai trees that his dad has been maintaining, and there were some really stunning pieces there. Quite large trees, much larger than the sort of trees that I look after, but really, really amazing pieces. And you'll have seen earlier in the video that Tony graciously gave me this silver birch tree, which is absolutely beautiful, and I was really taken aback by that. But also, while we were at his parents' house, he let me dig up one of the many trees which they have planted in a large plot of land at the back of the house, and so I was able to take this quite interesting beech tree. It's got nice dip trunk, lots of interesting branch placement, and all I need to do taking that forward is to look at developing the ramification and placement of the branches. I was also able to take my pick of these beautiful handcrafted chopsticks that Tony worked on in the previous video. And I've just recently been reading a book by a Japanese gentleman called Yonetsu Unagi, who writes about the beauty of Japanese simple crafted tools and artifacts and how they have their own sort of innate beauty. And they certainly have that quality about them. They're absolutely amazing chopsticks. But I won't be talking about them for 28 minutes. I hope you found that interesting or informative. If so, hit the like button and check out Tony's channel if you haven't already done so. And you might want to consider hitting the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. Thank you for watching and hope to catch you in the next one.